In Jesus' name, that
Amen,
we
bro.
make it there. We make it there.
Nice.
We can be. I want to even play. My kids are gonna be watching these back.
Listen, 10 years from now, I don't know how old you're gonna be. Maybe like, I don't know, maybe like 7 or something. I don't know. Listen, we worked hard for you to make it in life. What a private school, what do you think I did? Homeschooling.
I listened.
CASSELLBEATS.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the radio station.
Studio, fam.
Welcome to the University of West London.
Cold.
Of
Very
West
cold
London.
place, fam.
It's nice, isn't it? It's nice. I'm telling Josh, we
Don't
have to
wanna
get our
be-
own space, fam.
But like, well, fam,
We have to
'cause
get our own space.
this kind of studio space,
Mm.
yeah, it's where dreams are made, fam. You know them things there, fam.
I think Josh told me about the space you lot found.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get into how you are going to be using that
100.
for Lagoon, because it's so funny. Me and Josh were talking about being creative on the episode, and we not once did we speak about Lagoon.
Lagoon.
It's at the end when he was shouting out his social media. We were like,
Show
wait,
your Lagoon.
Lagoon. It's funny because he was explaining what Lagoon was, and I was like, what's it called, Josh? He's like, oh, Lagoon, you know.
No, that's true.
It's funny. It's in the bloopers. It's not in the episode. It's in the bloopers.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
'cause I wanted to keep the episode short. But yeah, we spoke about his being creative and stuff, and his journey as a creative. But I want to speak about that. But I'm gonna twist it. I want to speak about how your Christian journey,
Mad.
and I want to. How do I word this right? How does your Christian journey intertwine? I don't even want to use that one, but you know what I'm trying to say. How does it? How do they go? How did they go together? So that's what I wanna
Yeah.
talk about.
Or with my creative journey and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how your faith is, and how does your faith collide with
Yeah, yeah.
any ideas you want to do? And do you think a lot? Because I know from personal experience, even to be honest, let's get into it right now. Even myself, like there's so many times when I think I want to do this, that, and that, and I'm just like, you know, when you have a skill,
Yeah.
and it's like you can do the skill you can use the skill in a way, but it's like, for example, let's say I'm a footballer
Yeah.
and I play football on the weekend, I might miss church because
Yeah.
of that. Is that skill God-given? Is that God-given talent for me missing? Like I'm now missing my time with Jesus because of my talent. Did you give me that talent to miss time with you? That's an example, but that's kind of what I want to speak about. So back to define a balance.
Yeah.
Do you think it's something that us young people go through?
100%. I think most people go through that. Anybody that has beliefs that they take fairly seriously, and if
It doesn't just have to be Christianity. It
yeah,
could be-
literally. Like, so if you're a Christian that takes it seriously, you're a Muslim that takes it seriously, or like other religions, I think there are times where you're gonna have to figure out, okay, like what do I believe in and how do I flow that in art? Because I think, you know, when I decided I was gonna start doing music seriously, it was actually, you know, yes, pretty good. Like it was actually when I met you. So when I changed schools, when I moved to the UK, when I changed schools,
Hold on
I
a second.
felt
Do you hear that, people?
Yeah, let's go.
Before I've even started, fam, I'm already putting people up.
I
Get me, you silly.
No, I moved to the UK, moved to the school, just saw this exciting guy. I'm gonna be an R&B singer, man. I say, yeah, man sings R&B as well, man. Man's gonna be an R&B singer too. It's like, if you can do it, like, why do I have to, like, why does it have to stay a hobby and I do law and it's like, man can sing though, like, I'm gonna be a singer. So it started off I was gonna be a singer, which I still am gonna go into, but end up, you know, kind of going into rap and stuff and other forms of art. But I think, you know, at that time I was really trying to figure out, especially with rap, I think with singing might feel slightly different, but with rap it's like all I had before me were people that respect and people that I love and respect, but like people that weren't my style necessarily. Like everybody loves Kirk Franklin. You don't have to be a Christian to love Kirk Franklin. Like he had vibe in it. And you know,
I got into a zone from the other day.
Yeah, very like wavy guy.
wasn't even a minute
He
I
was
started listening to.
incredible. Do you know what I mean? But that's not the kind of lane I wanted to go into. You know, but I also didn't want to be like them times when I was taking R&B serious. I didn't want to be like, you know, Trey Songz. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't trying to. I wanted to, you know, have that kind of you know, feel or like quality to my music, but I just didn't. If I take my face seriously, I don't want to have like that kind of, you know.
Basically, we're not trying to speak about explicit things. Every album doesn't have to be.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
And it's like with that, in that time, I was thinking like, what do I want to do? Like, I haven't seen this done before, but I just came to a place.
About music, by the way.
Yeah, in music, I haven't seen people like take their faith seriously and just make great art without it having to be in this and we'll get to that label, but in this label of just having to be called Christian music. Because I talk about it a lot. I was saying it right before the podcast, but it's like if I was a chef and I just wanted to be like, I saw Gordon Ramsay and I want to be that kind of person. I don't have to think, oh my gosh, I'm going to be a Christian chef. What does that look like? How do I balance it? I just cook, fam. I just make beautiful food. I get up in the industry and I do what I need to do. From little I know of the industry, it doesn't seem like I have to balance it out.
Yeah.
But with art, film, music, that kind of thing, it just feels so difficult or felt so difficult. But I think I just got to a place where I realized authenticity is what matters most. If your authentic life is about how you came up and what you came up doing was you had to survive and you had to sell drugs to survive. I'm talking like the Jay-Z's, the 50 Cents. You know, people there was pushback with that, but it's like that's what I was. That doesn't mean that's what I'm going to stay as. They were authentic art is what I never related to that, but I related to the music because it was real. Same thing here. I want to make real music, and my life is. But Jesus is in every part of my life. So it's
100%.
100 authenticity wins on it.
For me, it's different. Like when I think about making music, I don't think about like. I don't think so much about what. No, I don't think about what I'm saying. Obviously, what I'm singing, and what I'm singing. But my music for me is all about how you feel when you listen to it. Yeah. So if it's R&B, it doesn't have to be explicit. It can just be some simple love. Or even it doesn't have to be a love song. It can just be a nice. It's got a little bit of a bounce to it. Got a bit of a kick to it. Like the harmonies, the melodies. It's got that's always been for me. And I feel like even when, for example, if I did a song about cheating, I've never cheated in my life. I've never cheated in my life. No, I'm being sorry. I've never cheated in my life. But like, I've never been cheated on either. So like, I can still write a song about those experiences. I'm not going through them, but I know someone listening to it is feeling it. So that I feel like my music is always about. I always think about, okay, cool. I want them to feel this. How do I picture this song? I picture this song on a Hollywood drive, on the top of the Hollywood hill, sunset, looking at the lights. Get out of the car with your date, sit on the front of the hood, just chilling, just listening to music, or just not. That's. Fam, I've even got some album names already. Fam, Sunset Beats. I've got some names.
Come on, man.
Sunset Beats don't sound that good. I just my music's it's always about feeling. It's always about when you listen to it. Like even the first, you know when a song the beat drops. Yeah. It doesn't have to be a mad bass, but what's a good? I was listening to Give Me That this morning.
Yeah. Well, Chris Brown.
And you know, what? You know when you know the meme when he goes whoop whoop.
Yeah.
Like there's no emotional feeling, but it gets you like ooh.
Yeah.
Like that's a drop.
Feeling, bro.
That's that, and every song has its. I not want every song. Every doesn't need to have a very unique feeling, but for an album, it doesn't have to. For an album, not every track needs to be unique because it can be a story you tell. So it can just can connect. But I want people to feel something or turn up. Like I might make an EDM song. Just turn up, man. Because I feel like when you do festivals and stuff like that, you can't be singing R&B love songs. You can't be. I say, yo, hey. I mean, Halo might actually work. Halo actually work. What song would work at?
I found in love.
Just like, I mean, it depends on the vibe. It could. It depends. But you know, I'm talking about the. Everyone pumping, that kind of depends like, it depends on the crowd as well. But and the festival as well. But feeling for me, music has always been music. I can't speak. Music has always been an emotional, just a response for me. Like get my feet moving or get my shoulders. But that's right now. How have you been showing your faith through your art?
How do I even phrase this? I think I just show my faith by showing myself, and I think any good artist, I don't care who you are. I think the number one rule in art, in my opinion, is to be honest. And I think the way I show my faith in my art is by showing myself. The more important thing is if in my life, like Jesus is being taken serious and if he's shining. Because if I'm coming and I'm talking about, this, that, and the other, and my life is looking a bit rosy, it doesn't really matter. So it's like my life comes first and my music comes after. Some of my songs are like, none of my songs so far, like that I've written and some that are out as far as features or whatever, none of them as far as my verses are like, they might not be what you've heard before, like again, like Kirk Franklin's or whatever, but like they just come from my experience. And some of them feel like, okay, cool, this is like, he's talking about Jesus. But some of my songs are just like, you know, about babes. Do you get it? Like some of my songs are just like, just again, when I say rap, some of my vibes when it comes to rap, like I love the like Rick Ross, Nipsey Hussle feel. Some of my songs are just
Sorry,
boring,
not
bro.
to interrupt you, but I don't listen to Nipsey like that. My favorite Nipsey song.
Yeah.
Last time that I checked, I was five chains on my neck, bro. When he did that, I was like, oh,
Do you get it, bro?
yeah.
So it's that like barring, bro.
Yeah,
and of course, again, it's gonna flow through me. I'm not Nipsey. Of course, Nipsey, like rest in peace. But like Nipsey isn't me. I'm not Nipsey. I'm not Kendrick. Kendrick isn't me. Like when Kendrick is going for it, it's gonna feel different from when Rick Ross is going for it. When I'm going for it, it's different. And the things I like talk about are different, but it's not different just because I'm Christian. It's different also because I'm Ayo. Do you get it? Like nobody is Ayo. Do you get it? So like when I go for it, you're gonna hear Jesus, because the reason I move with hella like swag is because Jesus. The man them like let's cut the cameras quickly. The man them know me from school. I wasn't even always like confident like that. The reason man is more confident than I used to be is it was God. Like I remember there were times when I'd be like, God, I just want to be cool, man. Like God, like you know. So it's like Live-O. My whole life is that, innit?
How?
No. So literally, my whole life is that. So it's just gonna shine by me being myself, innit?
How do you? Because you spoke about showing yourself through your art.
Yeah.
But how do you? You might have already answered, but I'm asking anyways. How do you want other individuals listening or watching you to feel? Like, what's the effect you want them to have, either spiritually or otherwise?
So much, man. I think there's so much, but like I would say for me, I want people. I mainly write music. It's for me and God really, but I mainly write music for like people like me. And when I say people like me, I remember when I was like thinking and getting into like rap, and like I liked a lot of artists, but then I got into Kanye and it's like, oh my gosh, this guy is speaking for me. Like, do you know what I mean? He's like the college dropout and stuff, and them times no one was doing GCSEs, man just wanted to leave the thing. And so I thought, this man is speaking from my heart. From my heart, you know. And like the whole story, like in the college dropout is he's expressing himself and he's got a lot of humor and stuff like that, but it's like he's talking about how he became the Kanye we knew then, like boom. Like from people did not rate him, you know, to what he was. And that story resonated with me in it. So I write music for people like me. So like I think for me, it's like I want it to be a thing where like what people get from my music is I want them to see a person following Jesus in it. Like not just like vulnerability, like authenticity, vulnerability, honesty. I'm not gonna be for everybody. I'm gonna be for the people that are like me in it, or for me, or that like my style. And that's gonna be what it is. But I want him to just get beautiful music, and I want him to get.
So what part does Lagoon have to play in that?
That's a good one.
So I caught him with a question. Caught him with a question. See, I got it written down here, fam. I got it written down.
Was it segue? No. What I would say, the way Lagoon plays into that, it's just another like branch of the art. It's like Lagoon is not music. Events would always have music, but like Lagoon is not music. But Lagoon is basically like the whole thing is like a whole life. Like, so me personally, everybody's gonna have a different story. People that relate to Lagoon gonna be different. But for me, like I'm a Christian. I take God seriously. Beautiful, and I love me like you know, like there's events and stuff. I love me like a worship event and stuff. And I know like for example like first year uni like. Man went to the clubs and them things there in it, but like the truth is I actually never proper enjoyed it, and that was because like them times I took Jesus too seriously to enjoy it. Like I couldn't let loose and do everything. Okay. So it's like you're either all in or not in it. Yeah. So it was like, but the worship things are like worship events are great too, but like it's that's one part of life. Like literally just what's the word? Overt like worship God. I want places where I can catch a vibe. I want places where I can chill.
Bro. Day
I want
parties away this summer.
a day party, like I want day parties. I want places where I can chill. I want places where I can like, you know, drip out and do you know what I mean? Like do what I need to do. Do you get it? Like I want places where I can like, bro, just catch a vibe. Like I don't know if you guys have heard like Michi's Madness, Tommy Expensive. He's doing a thing where like he does events and stuff here and there. And like that kind of stuff inspires me a bit as well, because it's like, fam, I just want a place where I can catch a vibe, and it's relating to that whole thing of like just people who love, like people who love Jesus, people who not necessarily just for people that love Jesus, but it's like you're seeing like the original. The enjoyment comes from somewhere in it, and you're seeing that original. But,
I hear it. It's not there, and I got one more question for you. Kind of runs different to what we've been talking about it, but where do you see yourself in 10 years?
God help me to be humble. No, I'm joking. I would say like I actually do see myself. Funny enough, I might see myself in Nigeria as far as countries. I might want to move back to Nigeria. I want to see like people used to laugh at it, but these days it's not even a joke thing. I actually want to see Nollywood like up there, because Nollywood is actually doing its thing right now.
Is it?
100%.
And like Nollywood,
as far as films, like I want to see Nollywood up there. When I say up there, like I want to make incredible art, incredible films, like Quentin Tarantino levels, Nolan levels, like not like an authentically Nigerian. Same way I want to be authentically Christian, authentically Nigerian, authentically black. If I make films like people like us, it's like I want it to be like I'm British, I'm black British, I'm black, I'm British Nigerian, I'm British Ghanaian, I'm British Jamaican. Do you know what I mean? So that kind of thing. I also see myself like proper, hopefully, just achieve what I need to achieve in music, and like now just sitting somewhere where it's like I have a place in this music thing, not just hip hop, but just this music thing, and there's people that I'm helping along the way as well, and also still growing. Basically, there's a lot more, but you
say grime?
Still growing.
Oh,
I might
I thought you said steal grime. Like you're gonna steal a whole genre.
What's a steal grime?
No, for me, I don't know. I just feel like I want to be in the music thing. I want to do the music thing. I don't just want to be. I want to do everything, man. Because in 10 years, I don't know. I just even like after uni, I don't know what I want to get into. I want to be everywhere. I kind of want to. The radio thing, the podcasting, the filming. There's even I want to say her name because I want to actually shout her out. Chris, that's what she said her name was. Her name was Chris. I really hope it is Chris. Yeah. but she, before we came in, she was talking about she was doing something for dissertation. She wants to do a podcast or something. But I just want to work with creative people and just be about. And her topic was crazy. She was trying to talk about this is a little bit of a thought. Hopefully this actually works out and maybe we can collab in some kind of way. Yeah. But she wants to speak about I don't know if you heard, but she said she wanted to speak about on her podcast. She said she wanted to speak about how black women in the music industry aren't at the top, as in like leaders, management or record label. I think that's what she was getting at, but she wants to expose that conversation. That's good. Not with me. I don't think she wants to talk about it with me. I think she just wants help. Maybe she wants me, I'm not sure, but I think she just, because I work in media, I got access to this and because I think her course is music, so she doesn't have a direct access to get this stuff. I think depending on what course you want, you can actually use this whenever you want. So she was just like, and I was trying to read, and she was really taking her time, but I was trying to get this sorted. But it's all good, man. I hear it. When you got a shot, you got to shoot it. You got to say, listen, I need you for 10 seconds. I need to talk to you for a minute.
Man. That's it, man.
But yeah, man, this has been a beautiful conversation. I like the answer, the dream one. It's a beautiful one, and in Jesus' name, that we make it there. We make it there. We can be even. I want to even play. My kids are gonna be watching these back.
Listen. 10 years from now, I don't know how old you're gonna be. Maybe like, I don't know, maybe like 7 or something. I don't know. Listen, we worked hard for you to make it in life. What a private school, what do you think I did? Homeschooling.
I listened. I don't know what your names are, but if you're watching this, hey man, he went through it. He's been trying. We've been trying. But this has been a good conversation. I hope everybody listening can feel something, take something away from this. No matter if you're a Christian or not, whatever faith you practice, just don't you being a creative doesn't mean you have to stray from that. You can still be religious and be you, be yourself, because honestly that little bit of fame you might get initially, that little viral post you might go that helps you blow, cool, but don't let that be the reason people know you. Where can they find you, bro? Where can they find you?
Yeah, where can they find me? So,
you know what? I did the same thing with Josh. Josh was talking a lot in the final edit. Josh is behind the camera for everyone wondering why I'm looking over there. But in the final edit, when you were talking about at this, I cut that all out, and we were just talking, and I just put your scrolling down.
Screaming.
Because I was like, they don't need, because they're not gonna they might remember it, but they can just see it. And the way I'll show you the edit after, and and we can come out here and I can show you after what it looks like.
Yeah.
But
just to say,
man.
Or
go.
Yeah, one. To be fair, just underscore A1 AY. Yeah, underscore A1 AY. But yeah, round put on there. So
on what, Insta and Twitter?
On Instagram, Twitter,
TikTok
as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
So is the same thing for
everything?
Damn, that's so helpful.
Yeah. Literally, I was gonna change that.
I'm trying to do that, but I can't do it for Instagram and Twitter because someone has the one I want to use.
Yeah, someone has my full name, my legal name, on everything. But
yeah, actually, no. Since we're here, man, we got some time. Let's. I wanna. What were they talking to you? Basically, everyone that doesn't know. Before we walked into here, there were these. Was it 3 or 2 people? 2 people. 2 girls that were they were looking for some people, but they came to us asking if what we're doing. They were interested. They wanted to work with us for 2 separate things. I mentioned it. Chris wanted to speak with me about podcasting. What did the other individual speak to you?
Other 2 people. So there was another set of 2 girls. They've got like an event that they're putting on, and basically they just want to bring different artists together.
They're looking for artists.
Yeah, literally looking for artists. Looking for artists, performers, bring people together. People perform. There's going to be people that give them feedback, things they want to know. There'll be people from industry there as well, and you can network. Basically, it's just it's cool stuff. Community, just for artists. So.
And you do Lagoon as well.
Yeah. We had to say we've got to look like an events company. As well.
Look how that just lined up. That is
perfect.
Literally only God, fam.
Yeah,
only God.
It's weird,
just,
bro.
Yeah. But listen, people, stay creative.
100.
Yeah, I think we're done. I'm gonna rock with that. I think that's cool. I like that. Josh, can you press record? Can you start recording?
That was actually good stuff, man.
On the top, yeah.